Today we'll be discussing how to divide with decimals. This means decimals will be in both the dividend and the divisor. Our goal today will come up with a strategy we can use for dividing them, and we're going to start by modeling some problems. When we've modeled those, we'll talk about how we could do it without the models. So here's our first problem. 2 8/10 divided by 7/10. Let's go ahead and make a model. Since this is in tenths, I'm going to go ahead and show you 3 holes. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to color the dividend. That means I need to color 2 holes and 8/10 of the next one. The next thing I want to do, since it's division, we're breaking it down into smaller groups. And I'm going to group them in groups of 7/10. Each group should be the same amount. How many 7/10 groups do you think there are? Here we have 4 7/10 groups. So the answer to 2 8/10 divided by 7 is 4, because I get 4 groups. Here's another example. 2 7/10 divided by 9/10. The first thing I need to do is I need to color 2 7/10 because that's the dividend. That's what's being broken up. And I'm going to break them up now into 9/10 sections. So here's 9/10. Here's another 9/10. And finally, another 9/10. So it looks like 2 7/10 divided by 9/10 equals 3. We could get 3 groups out of this. Now let's try the ones without the models. Make sure you're writing these examples into your notes. First, we have to set it up underneath the shelf. 5 4/10 is our dividend, so that will be underneath the shelf. And we're going to divide by 6/10. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. If you think about it, can you really take 6/10 out of 5? If we did, it would be a double-digit number. We can't do that. But if you go back to remembering our powers of 10 lesson, we can actually change these numbers by multiplying both of them by 10, which moves the decimal over. And now I have 54 divided by 6. I'm going to get the same exact answer. Now does 6 go into 54? Sure. 9 times. 9 times 6 is 54. Our decimal can move straight up. So let's check it. First thing we do is take and we multiply 9, our quotient, times 6/10, which is our divisor. 9 times 6 is 54, and now we need to place the decimals. 0 decimals there. 1 decimal means I move it in from the back 1 space. 5 4/10. Great. That's the same dividend that we started with. Here's another one. 96 hundredths divided by 3/10. So we write 96 hundredths underneath the bracket, divided by 3/10. 3 is not a whole number, and that's really what we want to get. So we're going to multiply by 10 to make that a whole number. Now since I multiplied that by 10, I have to multiply the dividend by 10. Let's rewrite this then. Now I have 9 and 6/10 divided by 3. Does this look more familiar? Right. Now we can move the decimal up and do the division problem. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. We subtract, and we have 0 and bring the 6 down. 3 goes into 6. 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. We subtract, and we get 0. Great. Now we can check it. Again, we take the we take the quotient of 3 and 2/10 times 3/10 and multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Place the decimal. This one has 1 place after the decimal. 1 place after the decimal equals 2 places after the decimal. And our answer is 96/100. Again, the same dividend we started with. So the whole objective is to make sure that your divisor, that's the second number, is going to be a whole number. So here's 2 more examples. Write them into your notes, bring them back to class to be checked, and ask any questions you need to. Good luck!